Hello guys, welcome back to Pro Web Coder. In the last video we studied about templates, and now we are going to study in detail about JSON templates. We'll move forward with all the template files one by one. We'll create one by one all the template files from scratch. So in this video, what I'll do is I'll be teaching you about JSON templates. What are JSON templates? How are they implemented? And what you need to do if you are with Liquid and if you want to transfer things to JSON template. So those steps I can tell you in short, but I don't think so. If you have much knowledge about Shopify, but you would require that conversion thing to JSON template. But yeah, I'll just give you a bonus lecture on that. All right. So although it's been specified in this video, in the documentation video, if you want, you can actually check from over here. All right, that's been explained very beautifully over here. All right, so what are JSON templates? Well, JSON templates allows, as we know, that it allows us to work around with the look and feel of the website. For example, this whole thing is created with the help of JSON template, and if we use .liquid, then it becomes impossible for us to have the sections, dynamic sections over here. But with JSON we do have the option to include the JSON the sections, and we can call the sections over into the product page, into any template, into any page, or into any other location. All right, so that gives us some extra benefits if you want to play around with the layout of certain pages or templates. So let's start about the JSON templates. So JSON templates are data files that store a list of sections to be rendered and their associated settings. So whenever we customize anything over here, for example, I did customize some things over here, so I'll add another section, and I'll name it, I'll just actually delete this whole thing, save it, and once I save it, you'll see it actually changes over here. If I open product.json, it will only include those sections. So as I add some sections, for example, I add featured collection, it will automatically add it over here. So that's kind of a setting in which you can store data. JSON, as it is a JSON file, it does store data. So there are certain there is a certain syntax to use it that we are going to study in this. So let's see what we have over here in the documentation. So schema, the JSON template must be a valid JSON schema. Well, to start with, let's close this, empty this product.json. I'll just save it for now. It will not get saved because it's empty. It says invalid JSON. So we can make it a valid JSON, and we'll save it now. So it does not save it, but actually it's just waiting for some arguments over here. Let's see. It's so we have to apply some parameters over here. So first of all, it should be in this format. So let's see. JSON is always in this format. So we need section order. So what we'll do is we'll include few things. It requires, first of all, the name, Name would be I would say we can name it as a template product template. And then if you're aware about the JSON files, so we can actually add sections now, sections, because see it says required field is missing, so we'll add sections. Section again is an object over here which has one main, that would be the main file. That's the syntax. We should be following this, that syntax. And main is the name of the file we want to show. So for example, I want the product dot main product, right? So I'll add it as main product. So now that's the main file over here, in which we have all the sections. All this is a section of product page which has all the information about that, and that's one thing. And now we can actually work around with the settings. So let's go with settings, although it's being documented over here, but still, settings, under settings we can get few parameters, like whatever we need. For example, I'll just leave it as empty. Okay, so this section is done. We don't need setting actually. For now we don't need the settings, so we'll keep it simple, lean. And then we can actually add order. That's important. So let's see if, and we have to be sure about adding commas. So order would be an array would be, like, for example, we need main to come up first, so I'll save it and I'll just wait for it. That should be it actually. Okay, so I think so I'm making some mistake over here. So probably if I'm trying to save it, it's not saving. Okay, I got it. So that was my fault. So main should be this should be a type, and again type should be main product. So that was the mistake which I was making, I think so. Now it should be able to update the product.json, and let's check products, and then products.json. It's all back, and you'll be able to see everything over here. Again, it's very simple. Like, if I add another thing, for example, if I add featured collection, we can change the order also. Now one by one I'll just tell you what it is. So order would be, for example, we'll just check it under over here. Okay, so we go to, not over here, but we'll just check through this section. We have this, we can open the editor. We'll just open the editor over here so that we are able to customize it from the backend. And under the customization, and we can click on edit so that we can edit the code just to check from how it looks from the backend. All right, so product.json. Okay, let's customize it. I added featured collection. You see this is how it looks right now. All right, if I save it, I'll just want to override the settings just for this purpose, and let's refresh this product.json page again. And in this you'll see a lot of things coming up over here, but the most important things is order, one, main, and then second. So this is what I'm going to explain, and that would be as per the documentation provided by Shopify. But yeah, let's see what it does. So we have the name, the section name. That's the section name. I would say I would name it as section ID over here as provided. That's the section ID. That's the section ID. Then type should be, well, whatever we want the section type. For example, I want main product section to come up, so we can have that main product section come up with the help of type. So if I wanted to call another section, we could have called through this only. All right, so under settings, what comes under settings? So let's see, we have the settings, and under settings we have the setting ID, which would again be settings, and then setting ID, that's the name of the ID, and what is the value. So we have the setting ID and the value, setting ID and the value, setting ID and the value. So that's how it's working. Just to show it in the section itself, let's open main product. So let's open main product dot liquid, and in that's the section by the way. So let's find enable sticky info. Okay, so we'll find enable sticky info. That should be an ID, that's a setting, and that's an ID, and that's the value which are shown up over here. Again, we can find all of these over there. Media size also should be available over here, like that's media size. So everything coming under settings is a particular ID which we have fetched through this section, and we store it in this product.json file. That ensures that this product.json file is only affected, not the config file which stores the general data of settings.data.json. all right, so again, that's super simple, but it might look complicated, but it's super simple to understand. So we have this ID coming up over here, and then ID, then the section type, section type which we want to call, and then if we want to, for example, let's disable this connection. So let's demonstrate the disabled setting also. So if I now refresh, so we'll see something over here, section disabled, which is disabled would be true in this case, in the case of featured collections. So disabled equal to true, that means we have disabled it. So I hope you understood this part. And then settings, and under settings we have the setting ID and the setting value. And if it is divided into blocks, let's demonstrate the block section. So for example, we have the block text one, and then title, and I'll save it for now, and let's demonstrate the block section also. So uh, so we have this block coming up, blocks. We have the block ID. Again, super simple, super easy to understand, but if you're not aware about how a section JSON or schema works, just subscribe to my channel and I'll be explaining it in the upcoming videos. So we can like I'll be explaining this whole thing in detail, but just to make it simple, we have this type text over here, like under main product. We do have blocks. Let's see, block, right? We'll find the block under settings. So let's go down over here and we'll see the blocks, where the block starts. A different kind of block. See, that's how that's the block which starts, and uh, every single element is called a block. That's why like these are called blocks. So we have this block type, and again every single type is got from over here. For example, the text is got from this block type. All right. So even the title, if we see the title, we have this title block. So again, it's very simple, but we do have this block order also over here. We can see the block order. We can, if I move this up and down, and let's, it will also change in the customize. I save it over here. So probably this title would be up now and text would be down. That's what we did in the order. So title is up and text block is down. So again, super easy, super simple, but complicated to understand if you're not aware about how schema works. This schema, I'll be explaining that in the upcoming video. So do subscribe to my channel, and yeah, if you have not already done that. So that is pretty much it, I would say, about JSON templates. Again, you can watch this video in order for you to convert a liquid template to JSON template, but for me, I think so that would be like let's consider I have to convert a JSON a dot liquid file to a dot JSON file. So what I'll do is I'll follow this whole pattern again. I'll work with this dot alter video alter template just to demonstrate it to you. So everything in this dot liquid file, whatever is this, whatever is there, we can add a new section then, and again in that new section, new main product. Okay, and whatever classes were being defined there, we can define the classes over there. And well, it's, I think so you should be watching this whole this video, because I don't have JSON templates dot liquid templates over here, but because this is the latest version, I'll have to recreate this whole thing, but that's very beautifully explained in this video. So I hope you watch this video, and I think so that would resolve this issue. But for this now, we can name it as new main product. Okay, and that will call this particular section only. So now if I want to change anything over here, we can change probably anything over here. So let's see, this is new main product. Okay, and I'll call in, I'll just open the alter. So this is new main product. That means this section is called. All right, so pretty simple, pretty easy, but it's to get more in detail, you need to check this video. All right, just to ensure that if you want to how you can transfer it very easily. All right, so I think so that is it for today's video, and I'll be joining you in next video, and telling you more about articles, how the article template can be used. And yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.